What is up, guys? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. I am Chris Brock, the co-leader, and this week is a horror battle week. But before we get into horror battles, I just want to say I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hope you guys did. It didn't snow here in Kentucky. I don't know about all the other places. I know a lot of people complained about not snowing because they didn't really feel like Christmas, and it just snuck up on us. For my family personally, it did sneak up on us. But I'm happy with the stuff that I did get, and got to spend time with my family, and I hope you guys did as well. So I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. So yeah, guys, for this week, we're doing horror battles. If you haven't watched our videos from last week, we did a Christmas of Horror theme, which was a really cool theme. I think that Jay Sloan reviewed Christmas Evil. I reviewed Silent Night from the year 2012. Jeremy Burchett reviewed Santa's Sleigh. Vanessa82 Horror reviewed, I'm pretty sure she reviewed, I'm trying to think here. I try to watch everybody's videos. I think she ended up reviewing a movie that I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Jack Frost. That's what it was. I don't know why. I just slipped my mind there. I used to watch that a lot when I was little. And Mike reviewed the original 1984 Silent Night, Deadly Night. So please go check out our videos from last week if you haven't. Everybody did a great job on their reviews. So yeah, jumping into this horror battle. When I do a horror battle, I have to have some specific reason why I'm battling the two. Sometimes it's just random. Maybe it's the two newest Scream Factories or the two newest Arrow video releases, and I just want to battle them. For this one, they're two slashers from the 80s. You really can't go wrong, with that combination there. Excuse me, I'm sick right now. And, yeah, the reason why I'm battling these two is they have pretty much, they're slashers, but they're set on New Year's Eve. And it's almost New Year's, so I decided why not battle it, because we're not going to do a theme based on New Year's Eve or anything like that. So I figured I'll go ahead and battle these two. And without further ado, you can already tell in the background, the first one is Terror Train from the year 1980, and I'll be battling that against a film called New Year's Evil from the year 1981. So, getting on to the plot. I guess I'll talk about Terror Train first. Pretty much Terror Train stars Jamie Lee Curtis. We all know her. She's a scream queen. Obviously, Halloween really made her, boosted her career. That's really her starting point, in my opinion. I thought she did a fantastic job. And I like how she did more horror films in the 80s. She did kind of drift from the genre and not really talk about it until recently. I think maybe a year ago, she actually went to a convention and is starting to talk about, her roots, her roots in horror. And, yeah, it stars her. Pretty much these people, these guys are in a fraternity, and this nerdy guy, they pull a prank on him, pretty much. He thinks he's going to go and have sex with Jamie Lee Curtis. He goes to the bed, and it's a corpse, essentially. I don't know, it's been a while since I watched it. I don't know if it was a real corpse or a fake corpse. I don't really know. It's been a while. But he freaks out. He starts spinning around. He gets tangled up. And it just ends up really badly. And then pretty much we skip to a few years later. I think they're going into college, or it's their last year of college or something like that. Either way, it's New Year's Eve. And yeah, they take a train. And from there, I just love the setting of this film. It's obviously set in, December, New Year's Eve. I just love how, how the atmosphere is, how, it's snowing and this and that. But I love how it's set on a train. It's so dark, and I just really love the atmosphere. So, I mean, that's really pretty much the plot of the film. It's New Year's Eve. They take a train, and there's a killer on board. That's really all I'm going to say about Terror Train. But getting on to New Year's Evil. This one's a little... I've only seen it once, and it's very recently. But this one's kind of simple. Pretty much, it's about this female. I forgot her name. I forgot the lead character's name, but she's a part of this band. I think she's like a dancer or something like that, from what I recall. And pretty much she gets a phone call from this guy. She's like, who are you? And he's like, you can call me Evil. And it's kind of cheesy. He says, I'm going to make a New Year's revolution. I am going to kill someone close to you at midnight. And that's really what he does. And that's the thing. He kills multiple people, and you're like, wait. He said at midnight. He does kill someone at midnight, obviously. I mean, he's a serial killer. But he does it in patterns. And you're thinking, what do you mean? Does he do it at 12 o'clock each night? No, he does it 12 o'clock, whatever place he's in. I don't know where it's set at, but it's 12 o'clock there. And then he does it at 12 o'clock in a different time zone, even though it isn't 12 o'clock at the place that he currently is at. And that's kind of the pattern that he goes on. And he just pretty much goes on a random killing spree. And it's actually pretty fun. It's pretty cheesy. It's not the best slasher film, but that's really pretty much the plot of New Year's Evil. Now I'm going to grab my phone here. Going to look at the rounds. Have them right here. Just to make sure, because I don't want to mess up the rounds. Okay. So round 1 is kills. Which film do I think had the better kills? Was it Terror Train or New Year's Evil? Honestly, they're both from the 80s, so they do have, you know, somewhat decent kills. Honestly, I'm probably going to have to go with Terror Train. I like the kills in Terror Train a little bit better. I think they're a little bit more graphic than New Year's Evil. Because a lot of the kills in New Year's Evil is kind of off screen. From what I recall, I wasn't totally focused on the film. I watched it, but, you know, it kind of... It's one of those films, like, it didn't pique my interest enough for me to continuously watch it, which is kind of a shame, because I like slasher films, and they, most of the time, they do get my full attention, but honestly, I have to go with Terror Train. I do think that the kills are more gorier, and just better done. You know, it has better special effects, in my opinion, and I just like the style of the kills a lot more than New Year's Evil. So round 1 goes to Terror Train. Round 2 is going to be... Let me pull up the rounds here. Round 2 is going to be Story. They both really have a similar plot to it because there's a killer going around on New Year's Eve. And yeah, that's pretty much the same. I mean, there's a few differences here and there. One's, you know, college kids taking a train, and then one's this guy just running around killing people, which is pretty cool. I mean, they're not spectacular stories. It ain't nothing that's really going to say, wow, they really sat down and took their time writing this story, and it has blossomed into something amazing. You're not going to say that while watching either of these films, but honestly, I'm going to have to go with Terror Train. I love the setting. Like I said, I think it's dark, it's atmospheric. I just love the train setting. I think it makes for a really good slasher film, in my opinion. So round 2 goes to Terror Train. Round 3 is going to be acting and directing. I hate to do this because I'm not trying to be biased, but you have Jamie Lee Curtis in Terror Train. You have David Copperfield. And I really don't know anybody else in the film, honestly. But I think they did a better job than the actors in New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil didn't have terrible acting. It's just, I kind of prefer the acting in Terror Train, and that also goes with the directing as well. I just like how Terror Train was directed. So round 3 goes to Terror Train. Round 4 is which film do I think had the better killer? Honestly, I hate when movies reveal the killer instantly, and don't want to disappoint you guys, but they do that in New Year's Evil. You see his face throughout the whole entire film. And, I mean, there's great films that, you know, you see the killer. I mean, he isn't masked or anything like American Psycho. I really do enjoy that film. Christian Bale, obviously, is Patrick Bateman. And it just works in a way, but I hate how they show it. But then they're doing it like it's a whodunit slasher film. It just kind of puzzles me, because if you already show him, why not show a full-frame shot of him? So, honestly, I'm going to have to go with Terror Train. I absolutely love how the killer switches costumes. I think that's cool because, you know, it's different, you know what I mean? You really don't know, like, you know, who is who, you know? Say he's dressed up in this costume right here. Next minute, he could be dressed up in this one right here. And they do wear costumes in the film. It's like a costume party. And, you know, you could think that that is your friend, and that could be the serial killer, and he could just stab you right in the chest. That's kind of a scary thought, because you can't really trust anybody. So I just kind of like that whodunit. I like that mysteriousness about the killer in Terror Train. So round 4 has to go to Terror Train, and Terror Train has definitely won this horror battle, guys. 4-0. There's really no need to do a round 5. I did enjoy New Year's Evil. I think it's a pretty decent slasher film. It's not gonna be in my top 15 to 20, slasher films. Maybe not even 30. But I did enjoy it. I just thought it was kind of cheesy, and I didn't like how they revealed the killer. But Terror Train, on the other hand, I actually think it's kind of underrated, and I really do enjoy Terror Train. I would say check this out before you check out New Year's Evil, but if you like slasher films from the 80s, definitely check out both of them. So yeah, guys, that is my horror battle. Terror Train is one. Leave a comment down below which one would have won your horror battle. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.